So anytime you're given a word problem in this unit, make sure that you just go ahead and plug it into your graphing calculator. So we're going to do negative 16x squared plus 80x plus 5. And then we're going to graph that. All right, so the question says find the time or times that the ball is 34 feet high. So we're going to plug 34 in for h because that's my height, but we'll do that in a minute. First, let's do the second part of the question where it says find the time when the ball hits the ground. So the ball starts here at 5 feet above the ground. It's thrown up and it comes back and it hits the ground right here. So this is known as a 0. So we need to find that 0 by doing second trace and 0. And we need to make sure that it is to the left of where we think the 0 is. So that right there is fine. And we need to scroll over, and these scroll real big for some reason. So that one's fine. Hit enter, and then guess. Put it somewhere close to as close as that will get. So it's telling me that that 0 is 5.06. So remember, time is x. It hit the ball 5 seconds after it was thrown. So that would answer the second part of the question. So in order to get the first part of the question, we'll need to replace 34 with this h of t. So what we're going to do, remember we need to solve it when it's 0. So what we're going to do is plug 34 in, and then we're going to subtract the 34 over. And the 34's like term is 5. So if I subtract 34 over, it's going to combine with the 5 to give me negative 29. So I'm going to go in. So basically what it's changing is this last term. Everything else stays the same. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Hang on. Okay, so once we've regraphed it and replaced the 34 in for h, now we need to find our new roots. So we're going to do second trace 0. And the first one we need to find our cursor. There it is. All right, so the first one needs to be slightly below where we think the 0 is. So that one's good enough. And that one's slightly above or to the right where we think our 0 is. And now we need to guess where we think our 0 is. All right, so one of our zeros is at 0.39. So that's a time when, if it was 34 feet, that's one of our answers. So now we also need to find this 0. So we're going to do it again. Number 2. So we need to scroll our cursor over until it is slightly above where it hits the x-intercept. There it is. Hit enter. Right bound, hit enter. Take a guess. And our other 0 is at 4.6. So that would be the 2 times that the ball is at 34 feet. And the time that it hits the ground was our original second 0, which was 5.06.